Everyone, welcome to Global Agri Point. Manisha here, and today I'm going to discuss biological weed control. Before I start, firstly, we need to know what is weed. So, weed is any plant which is undesirable, or we can say that it is unwanted plant or plant having no economic value. To control the weed, there are various methods like cultural, physical, chemical, or biological. Here, we are going to discuss only biological weed control. In it, its definition, concept, and approaches, criteria for successful bioagents, kinds of classic bioagents, and lastly, advantages and disadvantages. Now, biological weed control. There are various definitions. So, the first one is the control of an organism employing another living organism or biological entity to a population lower than what naturally occurs in the absence of employed organism. The another one is it involves utilization of natural living organisms called bioagents such as insects, pathogen and competitive plants to limit the weed infestation. The another one is it involves the use of living organism against them. So simply we can say that control of an organism with the help of another organism to reduce the population is known as biological weed control. The living organisms which are used in biological weed control are called bioagents. It may be insect, plant pathogen, herbivorous fish, snail or even competitive plant. The main aim of biological weed control is to reduce the population but not eradication. That means there is no complete removal but just reduce the population below the economic injury level. Approaches of biological weed control. There are two approaches, classical and bioherbicidal approach. The first one is classical or inoculative approach. Here we release the bioagent just once and allow them to adapt to the new environment and multiply so that they can reduce the weed population. For example, Parthenium, which is controlled by Zygogramma bicolorata. The another one is bioherbicidal approach or augmentative or inundative approach. Here we use the inoculum which is of fungi, bacteria or parasitic nematode etc. which is prepared artificially in lab is used or we can say sprayed on the target weed and the target weed become susceptible to it and thereby reducing the weed population. For example, Moraria odorata, that is strangler vine, which is controlled by Phytophthora citrophthora. Now, criteria for successful bioagent. The first one is host specific. That means it should not attack other economic plant species. For example, Tilonemia scrupulosa, that is Lentina bug or lace bug, which is used to control Lentina camera, but in India it damaged teak and sesamum. Another example is Zygogramma bicolorata, which is used to control Parthenium, but it damaged sunflower and Niger. Now the second one is feeding habit. The bioagent which feed on flower and seed are more effective in controlling weed as compared to leaf and root feeder. Bioagent must be rapid destroyer of the target weeds. The bioagent must be easily adaptable to the new environment so that they can easily multiply there. They should be effective on several taxa of the weed. It should be free from natural enemies. Now, the kinds of classical bioagents. There are four kinds of classical bioagents. They are insects, fish, plant pathogen, and competitive plants. First one is insect. Biological control of bees by insect is known as parabiological control. First successful example of weed control is in Hawaii in 1902 with the help of Crocidosema lentina, which is a moth, control the lentina camera. The second one is carp fish, which consume large quantity of aquatic weeds. White amur, that is Chinese grass carp, which is a voracious feeder, and the unique thing about this Chinese grass carp is that it eats more than its body weight daily. It is used for the control of aquatic weed like hydrilla and lemma. This is a Zygogramma bicolorata, or we call it as ladybird beetle, which is used to control Parthenium. The third one is plant pathogen. The rust causing fungi, that is Puccinia chondrilina, is used to control skeleton weed, that is Chondrilla juncea. Competitive plants. Here plants are used to suppress the weed species. For example, Panicum purpuscens or Brachiria mutica, that is paragrass, is used to control typha. Likewise, marigold is used to control Parthenium. Now, advantages. Biological control can be cost effective in long run, but its initial investment is high. And the another one is high degree of specificity of target weeds. That means the biological agents are host specific. There are no effect on the non-target and beneficial plants or man. As in case of chemical control, there is a buildup of residue in the environment. But in biological weed control, there is no such residue buildup in the environment. As in chemical control, there may be development of resistance in the weed population. But in biological weed control, we use bioagent, so there is no such resistance in weed population, and therefore it is effective in managing herbicide resistant weed population. Now, limitations. The weed must be highly specialized. It must adapt in the new environment in which it has established itself. Another one is a lot of planning and money goes into developing a successful system. That means the initial requirement is high. And the last one is it is a slow process. That means it takes a lot of time for the biological agents to build there in that environment and control the pest population. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. If you like the video, please click on the bell icon